see you here. Welcome to Argus Hamilton's Comedy Store tonight. We got a great crowd tonight. You all ready to have some fun? Oh, yeah. Nice to have you. I want to wish happy, high Jewish holidays to our Jewish viewers and friends here in the audience tonight. Just coincidentally, this last week in Israel, archaeologists dug up a 5,000-year-old city in northern Israel. And it's amazing. They found artifacts, they found houses, religious symbols, and Bernie Sanders' birth certificate. Now, I know that Yom Kippur is, I think it's a time of fasting in a way, from what I'm told. And I happen to be on the keto diet. I've lost 10 pounds in the last month, but I miss my metabolism. In my 20s. Oh, I miss the days when I could sprinkle salt all over a steak, you know, and order up cheese fries and a sugary dessert. Then be too coked up to eat any of it. That hit the spot. Yeah. And by the way, it is Halloween time, a time for kids. And for you millennial viewers out there with young children, I've got a Halloween tip for you, okay? Tricking your child with fruit disguised as candy will make their choice of nursing homes much easier in 40 years. Meanwhile, we got some really hot news here that's going around town fast. Have you heard? Ellen DeGeneres is in a lot of trouble with her liberal friends for her brand new friendship with George W. Bush. But now the attraction is natural, you know. George likes her because she's funny and smart, and Ellen likes him because he's Bush. Oh, the news has been crazy. We got a lot of viewers in the Detroit area. We heard about the electronic sign on the Michigan interstate this week. Did you hear about it? Somebody hacked into it, and it ran porn all afternoon. During rush hour, 300 people were rear-ended, you know. 100 of them in cars. Meanwhile, here in West Hollywood, everybody in the studio audience knows that our very first cannabis cafe opened up on La Brea Avenue down the road this last week. And, I don't know. I'm a baby boomer, and I don't mind young adults doing marijuana at the next table. That's all they can afford. Meanwhile, I saw this also. Scientists at the University of Michigan this last week discovered, get this, a specific gene inside cheese that has the exact same pleasure effect on the brain that cocaine does. You know, I always wondered how mice run so fast. Well, why Packer fans can't just get over it. Meanwhile, a Massachusetts judge this week ruled, okay, that Harvard does not discriminate against Asian students, okay? But it's tricky. If they let all the Asian kids into Harvard who qualify, you know, no one in the entire zip code could afford car insurance. Get ready, folks. I promise you I didn't make this up. In the Everglades, I'm just going to say in Florida today. You go, okay, give it to us, Argus. All right, okay, all right. In Florida, okay, in the Everglades, a guy named Killams, okay, Sean Killams, was arrested for tranquilizing alligators and then raping them. You know, and the crime isn't new to the area. You know, several years ago, Disney World took down Bill Cosby's statue when they found it lying on top of Sleeping Beauty. Speaking of statues, Los Angeles officials recently put up a statue dedicated to the immigrant, you know. They put it up downtown, and just 3 weeks later, it had moved to the valley. Today, it's displacing a black family in Inglewood. Now, scientists at NYU, get this, last week, they produced a new invention. It's for people who want to clean up their language, right? And it's a wristband that emits a sudden shock, if you say a cuss word, It's like a death sentence for Robert De Niro. And speaking of New York, I know you all saw this, so maybe the viewers did too. But this last week, a woman climbed into the lions exhibit at the Bronx Zoo and taunted the lion from 10 feet away while an onlooker took video. Isn't that funny? Even lions like to post whatever they're having for lunch. Now, we're all glad that Bernie Sanders is recuperating and getting well after recovering from his heart attack at Desert Sunrise Hospital in Las Vegas. This is the only hospital that posts your odds of living at the Vegas Sportsbook. I've got one question, though. How did Hillary convince all those doctors that it was a heart attack? And, an Arkansas woman, did you get this? The Arkansas newspaper, the Democrat Gazette, reported an Arkansas woman revealed last week she has given birth to Hunter Biden's love child. And, it's raising a lot of suspicions, The baby is just 7 days old and already on the USC rowing team. Unbelievable. Meanwhile, among the presidential candidates, get this, Kamala Harris last week suggested, along with other Democratic candidates, they demanded that President Trump's Twitter account be suspended. Are they crazy? I mean, if they succeed in suspending Trump's Twitter account, it can get Trump reelected by being more presidential. Right? Hey, now cattle ranchers up in the Upper West are starting to, speak out against this Green New Deal. And the other day, an association of them held a press conference and revealed that cow manure can produce enough energy to electrify an entire farm. And if that's true, the impeachment hearings could light the entire eastern seaboard. That's right. The New York Times reported yesterday that yet another whistleblower has come forward, I mean, this is getting out of hand. One more whistleblower, and Congress is liable to sound like the seven dwarves on their way to work. The first whistleblower said he didn't hear the call to Ukraine or read the transcript, but he does watch MSNBC. See, the Democrats are wanting to nail Trump over his phone call to Ukraine. But I think we can all see it's all clear now. Trump has no interest in colluding with Russia. He's too turned on by Ukraine, the younger, hotter Eastern European country. And of course, there was awful sectarian violence in Iraq this last week with Sunni, Shiites, and the Kurds. Just awful. Americans have always felt that the best solution for Iraq is to divide it into 3 different countries, right? Regular, premium, and diesel. I just want to close this holiday monologue with a wish that all religions can learn to get along and go along. We're all sharing the same planet together, and it's so difficult these days with the suspicions going on. We live in a world where Muslims don't recognize Israel, where Jews don't recognize Jesus, Protestants don't recognize the Pope, Baptists don't recognize each other in the liquor store. You guys are a great, great crowd. Now listen, we got a great show for you tonight. Aida Rodriguez, April Macy, and Willie Mack, funny young man. We got a great show for you. Stay around. You're a great crowd. Thank you. How you doing now?